What's good, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and I'm back with another reaction, this time to Assume Form by James Blake. So let's talk about it. Assume Form seems like a very fitting title for a project by James Blake because the forms and shapes he comes in is extremely varied and different, and it's really hard to put an exact finger or name to the type of music that he does because it blends so many different genres and styles and sounds that it can only be categorized as James Blake music. Like, the only person that I can kind of compare him to would be like Bon Iver, especially with his newer stuff, in the way that they both sort of distort and twist and bend all types of sounds, particularly synths and electronic sounds, in unexpected ways that just work. And their song compositions, and when stuff breaks down and when stuff picks up, and when volumes drop, and when something out of left field just comes back into the song, or when a song completely changes, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and it's just completely different than the traditional style of making a song and making music. But the way he does it is so interesting and so good that it just sounds fantastic, honestly. And this is probably, despite still having all those elements that we've all come to know and like expect from him, this is probably his most easily digestible and easily accessible album to date. Like, he's always had this unexpected relationship with rappers, and he continues that here. But songs like Mile High and other songs like Metro Boomin and 103,000, it really feels like those are the most traditional type of songs that I've heard from him. And he seems to be the most accommodating to those type of rappers, but he still does it with his own James Blake flair, of course. And it's still, those songs are incredible, especially the Mile High song. That is easily one of Metro Boomin's best songs in years. And the Andre 3000 guest verse, it's always special when Andre 3000 comes out of hiding in general, since he rarely puts out music these days. But when he works with people like James Blake, and I guess with people like Frank Ocean, he seems to always take things to a whole nother level. And he did it once again here. And even though it was only a short teaser, I really wish we got like 2 more verses from him, at least 1 more verse from him. We could at least got that. But that short amount of time, it really stuck with me, and it was one of my favorite moments of the entire tape. They just have a great seeming synergy between the two. Like, I always have a really hard time of putting together cohesive thoughts about a James Blake project because there's nothing really normal about it. And here it's sort of that same way. Like, if I was to really say one thing about his music and the way it feels to me, is that it never really feels direct, if you understand what I'm saying. It never really feels like it's in your face, like it's trying to make a point. It's kind of just there, and you can make your own interpretations and take away from it other bits. And one person might take this from a song, another person might take this from that exact same song, and it can all be from the same type of thing, but we can all be seeing different things. And I think that's what the brilliance of his music is. And I've reacted to 2 other artists recently, Maggie Rogers and Toro y Moi, who kind of have that same quality to them, that they have their own sort of lane that necessarily doesn't have a defined style or sound, but it's just his, and he owns it here to the completeness, and he still makes some of the most interesting music out there. So after my first couple listens, all I can really say about it is that I was blown away. There are just a lot of brilliant moments here that affected me in a way that very few music does. So it only took like a short 3 weeks, but we already have a early album of the year contender with Assume Form. But for those of you that did hear the album already, what do you guys think about it? How do you think this compares to everything else he has made so far? Do you think this is the most easily digestible / accessible album? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to head over to the official site where you can leave your own ratings and reactions to this album, other albums, and everything else I react to over there. If you have anything that you personally like me to react to, you can also let me know in the comments down below. And if you like any of the Get That Rockin' videos like this or this, you can also head to the site and grab some from the store for yourself. As always, thank you guys for joining me. If you are liking these videos, please smash that like and subscribe button for me. Other than that, I will be back shortly with more reactions. But until then, I will catch you guys soon. Peace.